When was the last time we hung out? It was pre-pandemic,
2 or
right?
3 years ago.
Yeah.
That's right.
Oh, wow,
yeah.
yeah.
All right, back again, we got Andrew Heaton of the Political Orphanage. We've got Diamond Jim Tyler. What are we learning?
Today, something with money, with a dollar bill.
Nice.
You can borrow
Good.
the bill to do this. You're welcome to examine that if
Okay,
you like.
thank you.
That's
All right.
enough. No, go ahead, check it
Okay,
out.
All right. It doesn't look like a counterfeit $1 bill. I believe this is a real $1 bill. It's passed my test.
It is. As a kid, this is something I used to do all the time. I would take a bill and fold it. I actually have a black belt in origami. Fold them up. And I would do this, I would always rip the faces out of my money. You ever do that when you were a kid?
No.
Tear the faces out?
So, is this not like the way serial killers torture animals or something like? Oh, totally normal.
I think it's
I'd rip
illegal.
The faces
I think it's illegal
out
to
of my money.
destroy currency.
Well, after I would tear it out, I would eat it.
Okay.
And do you know why I would do that?
No.
Because you can taste the mint. No. Now,
Disregard for George Washington and a pun.
right. So anyhow, but it's still surprisingly, you can use this bill, even though you remove part of it, you can still give this as a tip to a waiter. He'd never know. I mean, he would be upset
waiter.
later if he found, part of it was missing, but it could still be used. But the magic is, what you thought you saw, you didn't see, because it goes right back together again. Yeah, he returns.
That look, you got the look.
Yeah.
The confused look of like the world's most annoyed Secret Service agent.
How did this wizard violate our currency and restore it?
It never happened. It never happened. That was all an illusion.
All right, here, toast me and let's talk it through. First off, Andrew, where are you at the amazement meter?
Pretty high.
Yeah?
I saw rips in the dollar bill.
Yeah.
I mean, I did a good job of restraining myself that you were destroying money, but I was still pinwheeling in my mind at the insanity of this man.
Yes.
And now the dollar bill appears to be restored.
Yes.
Do you have a theory?
Compound interest, I don't know.
You're close. You're close.
It was like savvy investment,
Yeah.
Brian. That's
Yeah,
how
yeah.
you restore your dollars.
This is something I learned as a kid. It's something I would recommend do with a $1 bill, not a larger denomination, because you want the president to be in the center of the bill. What you're doing is it's still torn.
It's a partial insanity.
Yeah.
So when he restored it, were you able to tell that?
I could tell that it had a line in it, but
Yeah.
it looked to me like it had been folded. It looked to me like there was just a crease in it.
So this might be one where the more fatigued a dollar is, the
Right.
better off it's going to
And
look.
normally you're not doing it underneath studio lights.
Yeah.
You're doing it in a bar for drunk people, and you can get away with a lot of stuff.
Well,
So-
someday it's going to happen.
one day.
I swear.
So here, I brought us some bills
yeah.
to practice
Thank you.
this.
Okay.
So you want to fold it in half so the president is on the outside of the bill.
Boy, I hadn't thought about the fact that you're right. Out of all the bills, the only one that it was not profitable to redesign to battle counterfeiting is the $1 bill.
Right. So when you rip the bill, you want to tear actually just above his head. This one is at his neck, right where his neckerchief is.
Okay.
All right. So we're tearing it there. So you rip that down. You want them to see that being torn. Very slowly, distinctly tear that. You want them to hear and see it. And then just somewhere about, usually around his forehead, rip down in as straight line as you can. Now that was a horrible tear, but it still looked great. And now what they don't see behind the scenes is when you pretend to tear this out, all you're really doing is just folding this down and holding it back. You pretend to rip the rest of this out. You make the noise, grab the paper and pretend to rip it out, but you're
Okay.
really just keeping it from folding up by holding it here, like this.
Okay, so two moves. You make a tear where it's noisy, another tear where it's noisy, and then what? You fold this
And
over.
now, what they don't see, this is a behind the stage view, is you're folding this down and your thumb pinches it and you pretend to rip the rest of it and just pinch the bill so they get some noise.
Right.
But you want to mask like you're actually hiding something.
Well, and
Here.
what's great is like you guys have the good angle, but even if you have the bad angle, your thumb covers
Covers
up
it up.
enough
Yeah.
that it's like as long as you get that pop sound.
I actually used to go to the trouble to print on paper just the faces, this part of a dollar bill, fold them up, finger palm that, do the trick, and then they actually do see something going into my mouth with George's face on it
Right.
into my mouth to chew it up.
Here's another question. Jim spent a long time pretending to hold the face of the bill with nothing in his hand. At any point, did you suspect he was holding absolutely nothing?
No, I wasn't sure if you'd actually eaten something, but I thought you'd probably ripped out George.
Okay.
I thought you'd done a sleight of hand, but I didn't think it was a fake fold.
Okay, so after you pretend to hold it there, good, that was a good noise. Then, yes, I pretend to eat it, just for the gag. They go, you know why I'm eating it? It's because you can taste the mint. And do you know when a bad joke becomes a dad joke? When it becomes apparent. So pretend to eat it, and then you want to fold up and hide your dirty work. So I fold this up to show that, hey, this can still be used. You can still give this away to an unsuspecting waiter or waitress. They would never know the difference. Now you're gonna open it up even more, and look how I fold it. I fold it in such a way where I can, with one hand, spin this around, but still hide that hidden flap.
Yeah. Now all the dirty work is gone.
Yeah.
You could get right up on it, take a photograph.
And they can see the rips in the paper as well. Well, what's cool about doing that is not only did a cool display, you created these little wings, little flaps that you can hold on to.
Yep.
So what I'm gonna do now is point this to right straight at their eyes and open it up, and you want it to be taut, you want it to be tight, and in doing so, done that even from the back, that looks like he's back together again. And you do it.
How does that look?
Good.
Yeah, just keep it tight.
Dude, that's fantastic. All right, that means you have to prove that you've learned this. Andrew,
Great.
what weird stuff did you do when you were young?
I ate a lot of dollar bills. See, I go to this nice gentleman's club, and the ladies there hate George Washington because he was a slave owner. And so they get really mad whenever they see a picture of it. And so what I'm gonna do, actually, you're not gonna believe it, I'm gonna tear old George off there so I can give it to Trixie without her getting all mad at me. And just gonna rip that up there and then to taunt them. I do that when I'm there.
Okay.
And as you can see now, it's got like that whole tear out of there that I put in, and I was a black belt in origami back during the war. And so you can see, to your satisfaction, Brian, does it look like I defaced that bill?
It looks very much like it.
Great, okay. Well, watch this. Bam! It's restored, and I can take it to a better gentleman's club.
So this is how you would tease burlesque dancers. Toast this gentleman. That's a good one.
Thank you very much. And thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
All right, you want to see one more?
Yeah.
Go, 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 go.
All right, this is something I came up with during the pandemic. When I was forced to sit behind my desk, I had to think of ways to make money.
Yeah.
And this is the first thing that came to mind. I'd go to the bank, I'd get stacks of ones, about 100 of them. Notice the blue band, because it's about to change to gold. So now they're all hundreds. And I figured out as a magician actually how to change ones to hundreds.
Inflation, baby.
I would like your magic money pile.
So what is this trick called?
10 Grand Prix.
10 Grand Prix. We're gonna have it at scamstuff.com.
Super easy to do.
Plus also, like, there's no George Washingtons. There's only Ben Franklin, so
yeah.
Trixie won't be upset.
Ladies love the Franklins.
They love the printing press. They love those stoves. Yeah, it'll work great.
They love a daylight savings time.
Now, that was like sleight of hand. Would
Yeah.
you like to see an illusion?
Yeah.
Watch this, watch this. All of a sudden, I'm handsome.
Yeah, actually, that's pretty good. No, too much. I thought that was pretty good. No, I'm on your side.
The
on
ladies
this one.
love it.
Yeah.
Yo guys, that awesome trick that Diamond Jim Tyler did where you summon money out of nowhere, that's available right now at scamstuff.com. Yes, there's a supply chain apocalypse, but not at scamstuff.com. We got your stuff in time for the holidays right now. Lowest prices. We're jumping ahead of Black Friday. Go, Scam Stuff.